What's up, YouTube? How is everyone? I hope good. I'm Sunny with Healing Power Divine Universe, and I have some important channeled messages. I channeled them through automatic writing, and we are going to dive in to see what this message is all about. Before I get started, I ask if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified when I upload more videos. Hit that like button and share this video, please. If you would like to donate to my channel, there in the description below, there's a PayPal address. Donate away. Otherwise, let's get started here. So, this is going to be named, I'm going to name it Son and Mother Arrested for Being Cult Leaders. Okay. Couple sees a woman today and can't stop thinking about her, as she used to be so close to them both, until her family lied about her to a community, and they were conned into believing lies about her too. The man used to be like a brother to her, and the woman used to love to see her smile. They used to never get to see her, and now God wants them to see how much she has changed due to their actions, and due to the woman's jealousy, as this woman used to always be so happy and friendly, but avoided them both today, as she knew the woman would talk shit. But instead, they contacted the authorities, as she had her child taken away from her due to their lies and this community's lies too, to cover up what they did to her in the past as a child. They both were living a tremendous lie and couldn't allow this woman to suffer any more because of it. They spoke to a CIA agent. This is and has been investigating this toxic community for 1 year now, after someone reported them all for stealing a child away from a good mother for human trafficking, and to cover up them being involved in a cult and for their entire lives. Their entire lives that her parents are involved in, and brother said was never to talk to her again. They were aware something was wrong, but didn't listen to God. They were listening to the devil. These people in this community feel now that God is way more important than the things they were trying to cover up, and that this woman and her child is way more important than keeping this all a secret any longer. And told not only them, but the local police too, especially a man that is here to help get this out, so these people start to understand just how much this woman means to him and her daughter too. They are asking people if they have any information regarding the whereabouts of her brother to please contact the local police, as this man stole her inheritance and also a car and home that belonged to her from her mother and stepdad too, and took off, as he was starting to see that people were wearing wires on him for information to help this woman and daughter too. These people are not going to do anything to hurt this woman. They are trying to help, as this man also threatened to kill this woman's child for wearing a wire on him, to help get what was owed to her mom and to her a long time ago. This brother is a tremendous devil worshiper that ran a cult in Rawlins, Wyoming, his and his mom's entire life, and is not to be approached at any cost, as he is armed and dangerous and will kill anyone that goes near him, as he is a heroin addict and also tremendously schizophrenic. This community is lucky this woman speaks out, as they had no idea this man was her brother, as her mom was a human traffic victim and was raped and had this man as a child in 1966. This man has raped, killed, and then made others believe it was a woman doing these things. In reality, it was him and his mother the entire time doing these things to her and her family out of greed and by blackmailing the mom, as she was trying to say she abandoned this man. But in reality, she had no clue she even had a child, as they drugged and brainwashed her and her daughter tremendously throughout their lives. This man actually married a woman to be able to control the woman's family for money, but the woman did not stay married to him as he was using drugs and sleeping with his mom that is tremendously sick too. They are the Bonnie and Clyde of this generation and are tremendously very sick. They con people out of money and also rape children, women, and men too through their cult by drugging them while they drink and party. They are watching a woman through a gross, sick neighbor that then tells the police when she drives off so they can pull her over because her plates are expired. But instead, the police watch him to make sure he isn't going into this woman's place and doing something to her animals and putting poison in her food, as people have done this to her many times before. The neighbor watches her every move, then calls and reports it to this brother and sick mother. They travel all over spreading STDs and even gave a woman's daughter an STD that she will never be able to get rid of, then blamed the mother when the mother has never had anything besides what this man gave her years ago because he was married to a cult member he used and abused too, that actually told the truth today too, as they finally left her alone after 25 years. She lived with this man for that long and was not allowed to see or talk to anyone, as they owned her through human trafficking and many more that lived on a ranch outside of outside of Cheyenne, Wyoming on Ridley Road. This has been going on for 25 years, and they have taken from all of these people, including a woman's child, as they paid her dad to leave so her mother would suffer, and also paid another man to do the same. These two men were found dead, supposedly by suicide, but they actually faked their deaths to make a woman's life a living hell, and to collect life insurance money that actually belonged to a woman and her child that they now have to come up with, as they were arrested today outside of Rawlins, Wyoming, coming to hurt a child for standing her ground and helping free her mother for good. This cult also is responsible for killing thousands of missing women, men, and children so they could steal their identities and claim life insurance, and made millions doing this, along with a stepmother, stepfather, sister, brother, and stepmother's family that were involved too. Their children were also part of this cult and were tremendously abused by the leaders and their own parents too, until a man said no more, as a woman asked him for help, and he said no. Then seen her again and knew God had brought her back to him for his help. They had lied to take her child away, then human trafficked her daughter to the mob, but the mob knew this child as her mother went to school with them all. So they, in return, prostituted this man and mother and made them, excuse my French, suck their dicks instead. And they did and enjoyed it, as there is tons of videos going around to prove it. This woman is now finding out that there has been many people involved in this that were human trafficking her and her mother, but seen this woman again and stopped as she suffered a horrible life and lost her mother and daughter in months apart, but still smiled, laughed, and had unconditional love for everyone that had hurt her so much throughout her life, especially a sheriff that now knows he is involved too. This woman is to be able to heal and move away, far away, so these people can clean up the huge mess they created by being corrupt, sick, and by by living a huge secret their entire lives for many generations, but not anymore, as this woman broke the curse by asking God to send them all love and light each day, even though she knew they were all involved in her mother's passing too. She is the strongest woman alive and is well known and will also make a bigger mark in the world with her talents in years to come. God is here. Thank you, angels, ancestors, guides, and God, she always says. And it says, thank you, Sunny. So, those are the channeled messages I received. That is a very important message. So please, if you would share it, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you again for watching my channel. I love you all tremendously. Have a beautiful, loving day. Peace.